Welcome back to the homestead. I'm going to come out and get the waterer ready for the summer. So I thought I'd come and just kind of show you the process. We don't have water out here where we have the pigs, and pigs need plenty of water, both for their mud to stay cool and keep the bugs down, and also to drink, because you don't want them to become dehydrated. So I'm going to use pecans to keep them distracted while I go through and set up their waterer. So let's go review the parts of their waterer. Okay, so when we first began, we just used a dish. We would come out a few times every day, make sure the dish was full of water. But that really got to be time consuming, and you couldn't afford to miss because the pigs may have spilled it or had already drunk it all. So then we looked for a solution. What we ended up finding was a tank. It holds 150 gallons. We fill it full of water. We have a hose that we connected to the end of it that runs to a float that whenever the bowl gets low, the float comes up, it opens water and begins filling until it's full. And then all we had to do was manage the level in the tank. So I'm going to go ahead and set the float into place. Okay, I went ahead and took the float down, but as you can see, it's connected straight to the tank. It comes down just an old piece of garden hose that we screwed in the end of it into the float. The bottom, you can see the float. It's just got styrofoam in a holder, and when it's full, it closes the valve that doesn't let the water come into their bowl. But as the water level begins to drop, the float begins to drop, it begins to allow water in, and then it will fill their bowl. So I'm going to go ahead, attach it, and then begin filling the tank. So I can see my pigs are making short work of their pecans, so they'll be over here very shortly. So I'll have to put the camera away while I'm doing this. Be back in a moment. And now to give you the full view of how this works. Pretty simple. I'll fill the bucket to about this much from the top. And that's because the pigs are always at my feet. I don't want to spill everything out. Then I'll carry it into the tank. And then fill the tank. If you spill some, it's no bother. It's either going to water the grass, or the pigs may just decide to flop down in it and roll around a little bit. Just depends on how hot they are and what kind of mood they're in. I do recommend going to a tank when you're bringing your water out to your remote location. That way you're only making one trip. Do all of your filling. It will take about 3 days or 3 trips to fill the tank. So once we start, we'll just bring out 1 tank of water every day until it's full. And then after that, we'll just bring a partial tank to top it off each day. Sometimes the pigs still manage to tip their dish And over the course of a day, it can empty that whole tank, so you still have to check them regularly. Excuse me, fellas. I'm not going to bore you with filling this whole tank, so when I get closer to the end, I'll come back to you. Okay, we're back. As you can see, the tank is almost half full. The float is in the water, and I always like to check it just to make sure that it's going to begin to fill. You can hear it. As you can see, the water is sprinkling down off the side. As that float's bobbing around, you can actually hear the water speeding up and slowing down. If you have any questions on how this works, don't hesitate, leave comments. I'll try to answer. Otherwise, this is the Helmstead, and we will see you later.